Good morning, Regents.
I'm Mr. Jones,
And I'm Mr. McGrath,
and welcome to the
And Miss,
Regent Spotlight.
where no matter where we are,
We are all Regents.
yes, sir.
We are here today, this morning, with Ms. Abby Kuehni. I have been mispronouncing her name.
Kunai, for those out there. Kunai.
Kuehni. But pretty much all of you who go to Resource Hall know her as Ms. Abby. So Ms. Abby is joining us, and Ms. Abby, where are you coming from? Like, what's your background? What's your hometown?
so I'm from Madison. I went to West. I graduated in 2016. I took Resource Hall back in the day. I took all the classes that all of you guys are taking. So so I'm very familiar with it all.
Can we ask, what was your favorite class back in the day? I mean, it's not that far back.
Yeah, not that far, but
What was the favorite class?
my favorite class, that's really hard. I had a lot of favorite classes. I really liked Latin, but Mags was the Latin teacher back then. I also really liked, what else did I like? I loved science fiction with Miss Thibodeau, but she's not here either.
Sci-fi.
Let's see, who's here? I had bio with Mr. Rademacher. I really liked bio. So,
Nice.
yeah.
So Abby, what did you do after graduation before you came to West?
So before I came to West, I went right to college. I went to UW Whitewater, and I switched my major like 3 times. I started with sociology, and then I was like, I want to do art education, and then that lasted a semester, and then I switched to special education. And so I have like 2.5 years of college done, and then I'm planning on doing the Grow Your Own program through MMSD. So they're going to be, so I'm going to work here for 3 years at least, and then apply to that program. So
Awesome. In special ed?
Special ed, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. You're amazing. I know how much work you do with the kiddos. Like,
Yeah.
So man, so the follow-up question is, how many years have you been at West? But you've kind of been at West since like 2012, right?
Yeah, 2012 is when I started officially working. I was running Peer Partners last year, was my first year with Peer Partners, and then this year is my first year actual as staff at West. So, yeah.
So, well, I mean, what brought you back?
What brought me back? I love the community, and I was so inspired by Peer Partners. I honestly would not be where I am today if it wasn't for Peer Partners. I think working with all of those students and working with all my peers really brought me to love special education. And so that brought me back. I just love West. I love the community that we have. So.
What was the strangest thing when you first came back? What was the strangest thing coming back as a staff member versus a student?
The weirdest thing to this day is when teachers that I had are like, oh, just call me by my first name. I'm like, this is so hard to do. So I'm like, I always use it as an excuse in the hallway to like call them by their last name because I'm like, oh, we're around students. But I just was like, I can't get it through my head to call you by your first name.
Yeah, that's always a big hurdle to get over, it seems.
What is one thing that we've been asking our guests is, what's one interesting fact about yourself? What's one thing that you think students might not know about you, or even staff, even though you're a West grad?
I don't know. An interesting fact, I'm left-handed and I know sign language. My dad is deaf, so I'm pretty fluent in sign language. It's kind of one thing. Yeah.
Did you often get stuck in right-handed desks through your experience at West?
Constantly, yeah. Constantly getting stuck at those right-handed desks. I always had to like search the room to find the left-handed. I would definitely make deals. I'd be like, I will give you a piece of gum if I can please sit in this desk. So.
All right. Well, how are you in general, and where are you now? How are you? Dealing with this whole situation, and where are you?
I am. It's crazy. It's such a weird change to go from seeing almost 300 students in my classroom a day, and then all of a sudden being alone with my dog in a house. He's terrible at conversation, so I'm missing some conversation for sure. But I've been having some optional Zoom meetings where a lot of students have been coming in, so that's been nice. But just hanging out with my dog has been the big thing. FaceTiming with my friends and family, and just keeping in contact with everyone.
What are you doing to kind of keep, I guess, for lack of a better term, sane, but like safe during this time?
Taking walks. I'm really lucky to live by the lake, so I'm always taking walks. I always put on a mask to take a walk. I've been reading a lot. I'm currently reading, 13 things mentally strong people don't do, which is very interesting. I've just been writing a lot. I've been painting, all that good stuff.
Sounds like you're staying pretty productive then at home.
Yeah, my house is as clean as it's ever been. I'm like dusting every weekend.
A lot of people seem to be reading, organizing, taking advantage of those kinds of things. A lot of people also binge watching, Netflix, Amazon. What are you doing that, and what are you watching?
Before all this happened, I was like, I'm going to get rid of my Netflix and just watch Hulu. I'm like, I'm going to save a little bit of money. And I was like, man, that was the wrong time to do that. So I resubscribed to Netflix, and I've been watching, I binged Love is Blind, and I also binged Tiger King. I was not as impressed with Tiger King as I really wanted to be, but I'll just put that out there. But yeah, those are the two main shows that I've been watching.
Those are some truly interesting people on Tiger King.
It is.
Working my way through it, and I'm about halfway through Love is Blind myself.
Oh.
I think me and Miss Cassie are going to have some sort of, we'll have like a support group for people working through Love is Blind, because that is
super important.
I have 2 episodes of Tiger King left, and that's quite the subculture I was not aware of.
Yeah, it's a wild show.
What are some of like your favorite like West memories, maybe as a student and then like back as a staffer now?
As a student, always homecoming. I love the parade. Just like the whole community feel. It's amazing. As a student, I had Miss Janke before she retired. And one day during senior year, it was the day before homecoming, she gave us her debit card, and we went and bought Greenbush donuts, and it was amazing for the class. I know, I was like, wow.
Wow,
it was amazing. I felt so like.
So a little walk during class.
Yeah, just we got out a little bit, fresh air. We had to do math. We had to count how much donuts, how much it's going to cost.
Maybe that falls under mindfulness somehow, Mr. Jones, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And building community in the classroom.
Yeah. We'll just say that because it was an odd day.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that.
As a staff member, though, I love working with my out team. I love taking trips. I run the shopping group every Wednesday, so we used to go to Target or Hy-Vee. And that was always fun with the kids. So that's what I love doing as a staff.
What are you missing the most about West during this time?
Oh, the students, of course. The communication, you guys make me laugh so much. Oh my goodness. Just being able to talk with everyone and hear your funny stories and you showing me your TikToks, and I love it.
So you miss the 70 students flooding into Resource Hall each hour?
Oh, I miss that so much. I miss saying hi to everyone. I miss standing outside my door and like welcoming in everyone and just that community feel.
You bet.
Is there anything like in terms of like an event or anything that like we were supposed to have this spring that you're going to be like kind of sad that you're not going to see, at least right now? Maybe we'll get back to it.
Yeah. Fine Arts Week. Always
Ah.
Fine Arts Week. That is like one of my favorite weeks. I love like rock bands and hip hop and all the performances and all the one acts. And I'm so sad that we may or may not get to see it, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's a tough one to miss for sure.
For sure.
As you think about us coming together at some point again, what are you looking forward to the most?
Just the laughs, the community, catching up with everyone. I've caught up with a lot of students over Zoom, but I know that there's so many more to catch up with and hear about your stories and everything like that. Just checking up and making sure everyone's okay too.
Yeah. What would you, I mean, assuming like all 2,200 students are watching this video right now, what would you want to tell them and the West community about, like, just how you're feeling?
I feel good. I'm glad that I'm safe. I'm glad that my family's safe, but I worry every day about you guys, and I worry every day about your families, making sure that you're safe and that you are okay. But yeah, you're always on my mind.
Nice. Well, that is Abby Kuehni with us this morning. Thanks for joining us, Abby. We really appreciate it. I'm sure the students miss rolling into Resource Hall and you out for help and maybe giving you a hard time sometimes. I can't imagine that takes place. But I'm sure they do. And we appreciate you joining us this morning for sure.
Thank you, guys.
You bet. So this week, as you know, we're hosting several staff members here on the Regent Spotlight, and in the future we're looking forward to hosting students as well and shining the spotlight on students. We're going to be in touch with some of you as the week goes on and hopefully pull you in here. But that's it for now. May the Regent Spotlight shine brightly on you today.
Bye, Regents, West House.